Today we're checking out more Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5.
4 toots armed and ready, Captain. Fire!
Oh, we're right in the middle of something. We're firing! Are we still around Earth? Woo!
Is it big enough to cause a threat?
Yes, sir. It is of sufficient size and density to cause planet-wide damage.
Armageddon.
It is unlikely another photon torpedo will be of any effect.
Mr. Wolf, prepare a tractor beam. Aye, sir.
They're gonna pull it off course.
Unable to get a positive lock with the tractor beam. There is
Too heavy?
magnetic field interference emanating from the core materials.
Impact in 17 seconds.
This is close. Oh!
The target has
Pulverized
been
it.
destroyed, Captain.
The remaining debris is of no threat to the planet, sir.
Woo! Well done.
Warp 4 as soon as we're clear of the debris field.
Aye, sir.
Engage. That was like a weird musical note to end it on. Is that debris like evil? We will see.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship.
Cost of living.
My instructions were clear.
Oh, we got the kid in the mix.
Before he was allowed to play, he was to place his soiled clothing in the garment reprocessor.
I was not.
They're not getting along.
Why not simply draw up a contract?
You mean he tells me what he wants and I have to do it?
Well, he is the parent.
You must make a list of your responsibilities, too. What would you like your father to promise, Alexander?
No yelling.
I don't...
I like that soft speech. I do not yell.
Decide on which points each of you wants in the contract.
Worf being a dad, I like it.
Very well.
Come on, you're a good dad. You're putting the time in. You're putting the effort in. I appreciate this. It doesn't come naturally to him, I don't think, but good job, Troy. Good job.
Riker to Counselor Troy. Your mother's just come aboard.
No!
Got such deliciously exciting news. You're going to be absolutely thrilled. I'm getting married.
Wow. Last time we saw her, she was heartbroken. Okay.
When did you meet this man? Who is he?
Yeah, right?
I mean, marriage? When did all this happen?
Well, she can't be that surprised. She's constantly looking for a husband.
Wherever did you inherit such pedestrian genes? What matters, my little one, is that your mother's happy.
Loxana is not pedestrian. That is correct.
He is Compio, third minister to the Conference of Judges for Royalty, my little one, naturally.
Naturally.
You see, we haven't exactly met yet, really.
What are they? Internet dating?
My little one, you would weep at the harmony between us.
Oh no, bad idea.
Counselor Troy, excuse the intrusion, but we're having some difficulty.
I feel like people hate this episode. I'm not sure, but not me.
He's not fair.
The boy is unreasonable.
Well, of course he's unreasonable.
He's a
He's a child. Contract? What contract?
Between father and son. A fair and balanced way to achieve a mutual...
She's not gonna like that.
Well, how ghastly for you. And you are doing this to your own child, Mr. Wolf?
Mother,
It is Worf, madam.
And if he does not perform his contractual duties, I assume he will be chastised.
He will be sanctioned.
Sanctioned!
I will not have that woman continuing to use this ship for her convenience simply because her daughter happens to be one of my officers.
For real.
She thinks the honor of giving away the bride
Should go to him.
should fall on you.
Riker loves it.
Nothing will please me more than to give away Mrs. Troy.
100%. Yeah. He wants that girl. What? Married off. But what the frig? I knew that dust was evil. That music cue told me. Commercial break.
Being punished for something, are we?
It's just my regular time to meet with Counselor Troy. She's not here yet.
Poor guy.
We've got to share only the truth. Well, for one thing, it's easier. When you tell the truth, you never have to remember later what you lied about.
That is true.
But mostly, a true friend is a person you can always tell the truth to without worrying about it.
She is sweet.
I
Just
hate
letting
him.
him talk.
I wish my mother were here. She died.
This poor baby. He's been through so much.
I do know one marvelous thing we can do with rules.
I'm supposed to wait for Counselor Troy.
Exactly.
To heck with the rules.
That program is available. Oh, good. Then run it for us, dear.
Calls the computer dear. All right. I think Loxana might be good for this kid, like a grandma. Whoa. Crazy.
Oh, he stands guard. See, only those whose hearts are joyous may enter.
You have to be in a good mood to go there. This is good for him. He's a kid who should have fun and goof off. Yeah.
Hello. A few of us are just gathering together for our...
Oh, his ears are connected.
Oh! We are having guests for Laughing Hour.
This is like Alice in Wonderland.
What is the lesson for today?
Oh, well, damned if we know. We're just here for some fun and a mud bath.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a mud bath here. This is so odd.
If you're gonna argue, you should remember the higher, the fewer.
What? What does that mean?
Isn't Alexander supposed to be with you?
He didn't show up for his appointment. I assumed he must still be here.
They probably should have left a note.
Alexander Roshenko is on holodeck 2.
Is he there alone?
She knows.
He is with Waxana Troy.
Mm-hmm.
To all the creatures within us.
Look at this mud bath.
Wild, and some want to be sad, happy, or inventive, or even just go dancing. That's why we all have so many different...
They're eating the cups. This is like Alice in Wonderland.
The great secret is not the variety of life. It's the variety of us.
Are we ready for the entertainment?
It's a pretty profound statement she made there. No, Orf may not get past this guy. Can you stop him? Whoa, the butt cheeks. This is quite a holodeck simulation.
Little one, Mr. Wolf, come
Mr.
join
Wolf.
us.
All right, I would love to see Worf get into that mud bath.
You're not helping by giving him a lot of mixed messages.
Did all sorts of mixed messages. When you were that age, you still turned out deadly dull.
They are so different.
Campio's already sent me his mother's wedding gown.
Mother, stop. You're telling me you're not going to be naked at your own wedding?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I think it's time to talk about this mysterious marriage to a man.
Does she think she's lying? That she's not really getting married?
You make everything into such a mystery. There is no mystery, Deanna. Except about this.
Good God.
Dear, I think your replicator's having a
Don't drink that.
nervous collapse.
Ow, Jesus. Oh, for frick's sakes, don't drink that. Ah, sausage tea.
Systems have failed to detect any faults in the orientation.
But we've still got over 200 reports of malfunctioning replicators.
Because of the dust, I forgot. It was the space dust. Oh, we're going in the vents. Okay.
Yeah, there's 6-4. Here we are.
So it was asteroid dust, but it had like magnetic particles. They couldn't do tractor beam.
Intermittent EM field pattern. Let me hand with that way you did.
Come on, guys, science it up.
Oh, there's no plasma leakage, just a little negative ion charging.
And goo. Is that the dress?
Bad enough having to wear anything at all.
That's not her style.
Yeah.
Her hair.
Perhaps if we lower the bodice.
Just rip the whole front piece right off.
Oh, Mr. Holm.
Is it the yeah.
Alexander. Oh, my little warrior. Oh, give me a grape.
She is like a grandma.
You're not escaping another appointment, are you?
No, ma'am.
He's a good boy. He's just troubled.
Tell me, what brings you here to brighten my day?
I wanted to say I'm sorry if I got you in any trouble.
Oh.
I really wasn't in any trouble until I saw this dress. Ugly, isn't it?
What's it for?
No comment.
People get married because they want to spend their lives with someone.
They must have to like that person a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Young, lucky, it'll be someone you like a lot, yes. And
then when you're not young?
Are you very old?
Oh.
I'm alone, Alex,
Oh, she's lonely.
and can no longer pick and choose from whatever may come your way. Then you do what we call compromise. It keeps you from being afraid.
She puts on a big show, but there's more to her. And we see those like moments of depth. It's a defense mechanism.
We have an intermittent failure of the inertial damping system.
Primary attitude control has failed. Going to secondary systems.
We've lost helm control, sir.
Oh, geez.
How long before we regain attitude control?
Oh, my
We're
God.
almost there.
This camera movement. Woo!
Did something hit us, Mr. Wolf?
Yeah, what the
Negative,
freak?
sir.
The inertial damper shouldn't fail without kicking in the automatic bypass.
It's the space goo. No doubt about it.
Transporter Room 1 to Captain Picard. Minister Campio is beaming on board, sir.
I'll be right there, the bridegroom.
I wonder what this guy is like.
Waxana, and any introductory compliments you'd care to make will be happily received.
You are even lovelier in person.
Well, that's nice.
Now, that worked just fine.
Now, we don't wish to be too familiar at this early juncture.
That guy. What is that, a chaperone?
I would not do you nor our benevolent hosts the disservice of failing to ensure that priorities are observed.
Oh, yes.
His priorities. I don't know if they're a good match. We'll see.
There is no nitrium present in the affected stabilizer or replicator.
Theorized data.
Something's eating away at the nitrium on the ship, and that means that the dilithium chamber is vulnerable, as well as the power transfer conduits.
The dilithium chamber. Uh-oh.
Eat, son. What are you doing? What is that noise?
It's my laughing hour.
It's my laughing hour.
You stop doing that, please.
Should I break my promise, Father?
A Klingon never breaks his word. Where are you going?
Well, you just said.
I don't understand, Father. You're confusing me.
Understand later. Just eat.
He's trying his best.
Father, the higher, the fewer.
Do I know what that means? If so, I've forgotten.
Surely there'll be other occasions for you to spend time with the boy.
Oh, my.
See, now that's a dress for her.
Minister, the woman should not be addressing you in the familiar.
Excuse me.
Get out of this marriage.
But we are going to go to the holodeck.
Mother, you're undermining every effort we're trying to make here.
Dear, don't they ever let you change those colorless outfits?
No.
This exceeds all boundaries.
Well, half hour then. No longer, I promise. Oh, Mr. Holmes, your duties.
Counselor Troy, have you no influence?
Ha! Literally none. Ha!
I may allow the boy to stay. Definitely not.
I don't like that guy.
Well, sir, I'm afraid even the bride won't be present for this one.
She's gone. She's not gonna go through with this wedding. She can't.
I'm getting something here. There's a severe energy fluctuation in this access panel.
Or the dust, I guess. The dust! Space dust. So sparkly. They said it feeds on something, and then that's the waste product. So what is it feeding on? Papa, commercial break.
Before I knew it, I'd eaten up every one of my worlds. If you ever have a world, plan ahead.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Really? So weird.
You know, maybe this would be a good time to get one of those little people that live inside of you and tell you what to do or help you or something.
Aww. Is he about to drop some child wisdom on her?
Don't you dare be sorry.
The goose destroying the holodeck. Frag off.
We realize we must be dealing with a metal parasite of some kind.
We believe the parasites came through the ship's hull after we destroyed the asteroid.
Right. They solved it.
If the rest of that field is rich in nitrium, it would make a natural feeding ground.
We should think about going back there.
Yeah, maybe they can drop off the parasite.
The asteroids for a meal that's more appealing than we are.
Mr.
Right.
Data.
I should be a science officer, although they're engineering.
Yes, sir.
Picard to bridge.
Riker here, sir.
Set a course for the Polaris asteroid field, warp 9.
Warp 9, you know we mean business.
As soon as we spot an energy fluctuation, they've already consumed all the nitrogen and have moved on.
Yeah, they'd have to be there first. Oh, frig. They gotta go. Warp 9. Can they even warp?
A trail of breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Very well.
Ugh. That's creepy. They're gonna get stuck in the lift.
Computer halt at next level.
Open doors.
Computer acknowledge.
Oh, it's on the fritz. The goo's now controlling the computer. Use your super strength.
We have reached the...
Barely ever uses his super strength. I do wish he used it more.
What's happening, Miss LaForge? We're losing speed.
The parasites must have gotten into the primary warp controller.
He looks sweaty.
We are losing life support on decks 11 and 12.
Mr. Worf, have security evacuate all personnel from those decks.
Aye, sir.
This is bad. This escalated quickly.
Direct all evacuees to decks 9 and 10.
Divert emergency life support to those decks.
Aye, sir.
They need a solution, though. They're not going to make it to wherever they were going.
If we maintain our current speed, 2 hours, 23 minutes, sir.
That's too much.
The rest of us may lose consciousness. If we do, it will be your job to execute the plan as discussed.
Oh my god. Thank God for Data once again. Oh, they came out of warp. Oh, can they transfer it to this asteroid field?
Project emitter beam heading 042 mark 021.
To where? Maybe this is how the original asteroid had the stuff on it. Data coming through again. Wow, that's a lot of sweat.
The plan was successful, sir.
Well done.
No thanks to the humans. Well, any of them.
Our attention now turns to matters of a
Yeah, the
more
wedding.
festive nature.
I can't imagine this wedding subplot is anybody's favorite. I don't think she's gonna win. Maybe she will. She is lonely. Whoa, Troy looks crazy. Is she naked? Most unusual. Yeah, she is. Can you imagine getting married totally naked? That's my worst nightmare. Everyone I know, just in that room. Right in front of the kid.
Minister, this is infamous. Infamous. We must leave immediately.
I thought he might slap his hand away and say like, no, I love her. Oh, good for you, Loxana. Gotta be yourself.
And taught me to not let go of them. I'm very mutual.
We still have to learn how to live in the real world, Mother.
Oh. Tell me Worf is in there.
You're just supposed to sit here.
Okay, this episode was worth it just to see Worf in a mud bath. Okay, that was season 5, episode 20, and that is not one of my favorite episodes. I think if I had to guess, it's probably not most people's favorite episode. It just wasn't for me, I don't think. I saw it, now I know what it is. Happy to have seen it so I can participate in the conversation about good and bad episodes of Star Trek, but this one for me is not a good episode. And I like Loxana. I think that she's fun, and I am always amused by the characters' reactions around her. And I think, like I said, she can be really sweet and have some like poignant moments. You know, the one episode where the guy was aging and was gonna have to, you know, at 60, she was really great in that episode, and her acting was really good. It's not really a matter of like every time she comes on, I'm like, oh, it's a Loxana episode, but I just don't think that the writers give her much, especially in an episode like this. I mean, I feel like I get what they were trying to go for, and then Worf with the kid, you know, and them kind of interacting. It did feel like a grandma, grandson kind of thing. I think the whole holodeck thing, where like if this is supposed to be like a fun land or something she took him to, but it was just really like weird. I don't know. I just got like weird vibes from this episode all around. And again, I think a lot of people don't enjoy like Worf with the kid situation really. And again, I like that. I like watching him interact with the kid and be awkward and try his best, and kind of he's trying, but sometimes he's not getting it and missing the mark, and the kid is really struggling. I feel bad for this kid. He's been through a lot. He's a good kid, but he's working through some stuff, and I liked seeing Troy kind of trying to work with him. But again, I just feel like something about this episode was really weird. And you know, then we have the subplot of the space dust and the goo. I just felt like it was jammed together. They didn't seem to be happening at the same time even. When everybody's like dying and like gasping for air and sweaty, we don't see Loxana at all. We only see her like when she's like fine, and then at her wedding. Like it seemed like 2 episodes jammed together that don't really go together. I don't know. It seemed like a sort of a bit of a mess. Anyways, this is totally my opinion. It just wasn't really like one of my faves at all. There's some pieces in there I think that worked, but overall, like this one was just not my fave. But again, if you liked it, that's cool, and that's totally your prerogative. But for me, this is not one of my faves. This would be in one of my bottom episodes, I think, maybe. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of this, and if you think that I'm like just not seeing something that's really great about this episode, do let me know. Maybe I'm just not seeing something really great about this episode. There were some laughs. I don't know. It's not the worst one. Maybe too, like we're getting to the end of season 5. We've seen a lot of like really strong episodes, including the last one I liked a lot. And then you come to this one and it's just like, it was a, you know, night and day of how I sort of felt about it. But anyways, again, this is just me, just my opinion. So curious to know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.